Cristiano Ronaldo had everything a man could want. 5 Ballon d'Ors, billions in the bank, mansions across the world, millions of fans chanting his name. But that night, in his luxury penthouse in Turin, Italy, he had nothing. Because the one thing he needed most was walking toward the door with a suitcase in her hand. Georgina Rodriguez. The woman who had stood by him through everything, the woman who had given him children. The woman who had sacrificed her entire life to be with him. And she was leaving. Not because of another woman. Not because of money. Not because of fame. She was leaving because of one question. A question she had asked him 1,000 times in her heart but never out loud. Until that night. Cristiano, she said, her voice trembling, tears streaming down her face. Do you love me? Or do you just need me? And Ronaldo? Ronaldo couldn't answer. November 2020. The world was in lockdown. COVID-19 had shut down everything. Football stadiums were empty. Cities were silent. And for the first time in his life, Cristiano Ronaldo was forced to stay home. Really stay home. No training camps. No international travel. No escaping into football. Just him. Georgina. And the children. And in that silence, in that stillness, cracks began to show. He didn't even look up. Or she would try to talk to him about her day. I was thinking we could redecorate the living room. Make it more, whatever you want, Georgina. You decide. But I want us to decide together. I don't care about furniture. And he would walk away. To his home gym. To watch match footage. To anywhere but there with her. And Georgina would stand there, alone in their massive house, surrounded by luxury, drowning in loneliness. But the real breaking point came one evening in November. The children were asleep. Georgina had spent all day cooking Ronaldo's favorite meal. Portuguese bacalhau. She set the table with candles. Put on a nice dress. Did her makeup. Because she wanted one night. Just one night where they felt like a couple again. Not Cristiano Ronaldo and his girlfriend. Not the footballer and his partner. Just Cristiano and Georgina. Two people in love. Or at least, two people who used to be in love. Ronaldo came downstairs at 9 p.m. She had been waiting since 7. Dinner's ready, she said, smiling. Ronaldo looked at the table. I already ate. Georgina's smile disappeared. What? I had a protein shake and chicken. I'm on a strict diet. Cristiano, I spent all day making this. I didn't ask you to, this is where everything changed. Those 5 words. I didn't ask you to. They hung in the air like poison. Georgina felt something break inside her chest. Not her heart. Hearts break all at once. This was different. This was a slow crumbling. Like watching a building collapse in slow motion. You didn't ask me to, she repeated quietly. No. I see. She took off her apron. Walked to the table. Picked up the dish she had spent hours preparing. And dumped it in the trash. Every bit of it. Ronaldo watched, confused. What are you doing? What you asked? Nothing. She walked past him. Went upstairs. Ronaldo stood there for a moment. Then shrugged. Went back to his gym. That was the moment Georgina decided. She couldn't do this anymore. Wait. Don't miss this detail. That wasn't the first time Ronaldo had hurt her. It was just the first time she admitted to herself that it hurt. Because for years, Georgina had been making excuses for him. He's under pressure. He's focused on his career. He loves me, he just doesn't know how to show it. But the truth was simpler and more painful. Cristiano Ronaldo loved football. He loved winning. He loved being the best. And Georgina. Georgina was convenient. She took care of the children. She managed the house. She looked beautiful in photos. She never complained. She was perfect. Perfect for him. But what about her? What about what she needed? What about her dreams, her life, her heart? For 4 years, Georgina had been Ronaldo's girlfriend. But who was Georgina? She had forgotten. That night, Georgina couldn't sleep. She lay in bed next to Ronaldo, listening to him breathe. Deep, peaceful, unbothered. While she was dying inside. At 2 a.m., she got up. Went to the closet. Pulled out a suitcase. And started packing. Not everything. Just enough. Enough to leave. To go back to Spain. To her family. To herself. She was folding a dress when she heard his voice. "What are you doing?" She turned. Ronaldo was standing in the doorway, hair messy from sleep, looking confused. "Packing." "I can see that." "Why?" "Because I'm leaving." "Leaving? Where are you going?" "Home." "To Madrid." "To my mother." Ronaldo laughed. Actually laughed. "You're being dramatic." And that laugh was the final straw. "You haven't seen the biggest shock yet." Georgina stopped packing. Turned to face him fully, and for the first time in 4 years, she didn't hold back. "Dramatic? You think I'm being dramatic?" "Georgina, it's 2 a.m. Come back to bed. We'll talk tomorrow." "No. We'll talk now. Because tomorrow you'll have training. Then a meeting. Then interviews. Then you'll be tired. There's always something. Always an excuse. But tonight, Cristiano, you're going to listen to me." Ronaldo crossed his arms. "Fine. Talk. Do you love me?" The question hit him like a punch. "What? Do you love me?" It's a simple question. "Of course I do." "No. Don't say of course. Tell me why. Tell me when was the last time you looked at me and felt love. Tell me when was the last time you chose me over football, over training, over anything." Ronaldo opened his mouth. Then closed it. Because he didn't have an answer. "That's what I thought," Georgina said, tears filling her eyes. "You don't love me, Cristiano. You need me. There's a difference." "That's not true." "Yes, it is. You need someone to take care of your children while you travel. You need someone to look good in photos so your image is perfect. You need someone to manage your house, your schedule, your life. And I do all of that. Perfectly. But Cristiano, when was the last time you asked me how I'm doing? When was the last time you asked about my dreams? When was the last time you made me feel like I matter? Not as your girlfriend. Not as the mother of your children. But as Georgina. Just Georgina." The real story starts now. Ronaldo stood there, frozen. Because everything she was saying was true. And he knew it. But he didn't know what to do with that truth. "I appreciate everything you do," he said carefully. "Appreciate?" Georgina's voice broke. "I don't want appreciation, Cristiano. I want love. Real love. The kind where you look at me and see me. The kind where you come home and you're happy to see me, not because dinner is ready or the kids are asleep, but because you missed me. Because you love being around me. Do you even like me anymore? Do you even enjoy my company? Or am I just there?" Ronaldo didn't answer. Couldn't answer. Because the truth was, he didn't know. Somewhere between winning trophies and breaking records, he had stopped seeing Georgina as a person. She had become a role. A function. And he had never even noticed. "I met you in a Gucci store," Georgina continued, her voice softer now, remembering. "I was just a sales girl. You were Cristiano Ronaldo. You could have had anyone. Models, actresses, whoever you wanted. But you chose me. Do you remember why?" Ronaldo swallowed hard. Because you were different. How? You didn't care who I was. You just saw me. Exactly. I saw Cristiano. Not Ronaldo. Not the footballer. Not the brand. Just a man who was lonely and tired and wanted someone real. And I fell in love with that man, but Cristiano. That man is gone. All that's left is Ronaldo. The machine. The perfectionist. The man who will sacrifice anything and anyone to win. Including me, and right then, Georgina asked the question that destroyed everything. She walked closer to him, looked into his eyes, and whispered, Cristiano, if you had to choose right now, if someone said you can have one more Ballon d'Or or you can have Georgina, which would you choose? Ronaldo's blood went cold. That's not fair. Why not? Because that's not a real choice. Answer the question. Georgina, answer the question. Her voice echoed through the house. And in the silence that followed, Ronaldo realized something horrible. He didn't know the answer. Or worse, he did know. And it wasn't her. Georgina saw it in his eyes. The hesitation. The calculation. The moment he was weighing her worth against a trophy. And something died in her in that moment. That's what I thought, she said, her voice completely empty now. No anger. No sadness. Just nothing. She turned back to her suitcase. Continued packing. Georgina, wait, I'm done waiting, Cristiano. I've been waiting for 4 years. Waiting for you to love me the way I love you. Waiting for you to choose me. Waiting for you to even see me. But I'm done. Because I finally understand. You can't love me. Not because you don't want to. But because you don't know how. Football is the only thing you know how to love. It's the only thing you've ever loved, but there was something else. Georgina zipped up the suitcase. Picked it up. And walked toward the door. Ronaldo followed her. Where will you go? My mother's house in Madrid. What about the children? They'll come with me. You can't just take my children. They're my children too. And unlike you, I actually spend time with them. That hit hard. What do you want from me, Georgina? Tell me. What do you want? She stopped. Put down the suitcase. Turned to face him one last time. I want you to fight for me. I want you to beg me to stay. I want you to tell me that you can't live without me. I want you to choose me over everything else, just once, just one time, so I know that I matter. That's what I want. Ronaldo stood there. And the house was silent. The children were asleep upstairs. The city was quiet outside. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the man who had fought for everything in his life, who had never backed down from any challenge, who had overcome poverty and doubt and injury and failure, couldn't fight for her. Because he didn't know how. I thought so, Georgina whispered. She picked up her suitcase again. Ronaldo's voice cracked. What do you want me to say? Nothing. Because if you have to think about it, if you have to search for words, if it doesn't just pour out of you naturally, then it's not real. Love shouldn't be this hard, Cristiano. It should be the easiest thing in the world. You won't believe what happened next. Georgina opened the door. The cold November air rushed in. She stepped into the hallway. And Ronaldo. Ronaldo did something he had never done before. He dropped to his knees. On the floor. In his own doorway. Please, he whispered. Georgina turned. Saw him there. The strongest man she knew. On his knees. Please don't go. Why? Because. He struggled to find words. Because I need you. Georgina smiled sadly. I know you do. But Cristiano. I need to be loved. Not needed. There's a difference. I can change. You said that before. This time I mean it. You meant it before too. She started walking away. Down the hallway. Ronaldo stood up. Ran after her. Georgina. She stopped at the elevator. What? I. He took a breath. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to be what you need. Football is all I know. Winning is all I know. I don't know how to just be with someone. How to love someone without making it a competition or a goal or something to achieve. I'm broken, Georgina. I've been broken since I was a kid. And I've spent my whole life trying to fix that brokenness by being perfect at football. But you're right. I don't know how to love. I don't even know what love feels like anymore. This was the moment everything changed. Georgina pressed the elevator button. The doors opened. But she didn't get in. Instead, she turned around. Walked back to him. And for the first time that night, she touched him. Put her hand on his cheek. Cristiano, she said softly. I fell in love with you because I saw the scared little boy from Madeira underneath all the muscles and trophies and fame. I saw the kid who missed his father. Who never felt good enough. Who worked himself to death to prove everyone wrong. And I loved that boy. I still love that boy. But you've buried him so deep under Cristiano Ronaldo that I don't think even you can find him anymore. Ronaldo's eyes filled with tears. Help me find him. I can't. You have to want to find him yourself. And I don't think you do. I think you're scared that if you let go of Ronaldo, there'll be nothing left. But Cristiano, there's so much left. There's a father. A partner. A human being. You're not just a footballer. But until you believe that, until you can look in the mirror and love the man you see, not the trophies he's won but the person he is, you'll never be able to love anyone else. The elevator doors started to close. Georgina stepped back. Georgina, please. I love you, Cristiano. I always will. But I can't keep breaking my heart waiting for you to fix yours. The doors closed. She was gone. Ronaldo stood in the empty hallway. For the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about football. He wasn't thinking about training. He wasn't thinking about winning. He was thinking about what he had just lost. And he realized something terrifying. He didn't know how to get her back. Because this wasn't like football. There was no strategy. No game plan. No way to train harder or run faster or score more goals. This required something he didn't have. Vulnerability. Honesty. Love. That night, Ronaldo went to his trophy room. The room he had built to house all his achievements. Ballon d'Ors lined the shelves. Champions League trophies gleamed under spotlights. Golden boots. Records. Awards. Everything he had worked for. Everything he had sacrificed for. And he looked at them. Really looked at them. And for the first time, they felt empty. They were just objects. Metal and glass. They couldn't hold him when he was sad. They couldn't laugh at his jokes. They couldn't love him back. Georgina could. But he had never let her. 3 days passed. Georgina was in Madrid with the children. She hadn't called. Hadn't texted. Ronaldo's phone felt like it weighed 1,000 pounds every time he picked it up to call her. But what would he say? I'm sorry? He had said that before. I'll change? He had said that too. Words meant nothing anymore. He needed actions. But what actions? He didn't know. On the 4th day, his mother called. Cristiano, what did you do? How did you? Georgina called me. She's devastated. She loves you. Why did you let her leave? I didn't let her leave. She chose to. Because you gave her no choice. That girl gave up everything for you. Everything. And you treated her like a maid. I didn't. Yes, you did. I raised you better than this. Your father, God rest his soul, he had many faults. But he loved me. Really loved me. Even when we had nothing, even when he was drunk, even when he was angry. I knew he loved me. Can Georgina say the same about you? Ronaldo was silent. His mother sighed. You're my son. I love you. But Cristiano, being great at football doesn't make you a great man. Being a great man means loving people more than you love winning. And if you can't do that, you'll end up alone. With all your trophies and records. Alone, the call ended. Ronaldo sat in silence. His mother's words echoed in his head. You'll end up alone. And he realized, he already was. Yes, he had teammates. Yes, he had fans. Yes, he had millions of people who admired him. But how many people actually knew him? How many people loved Cristiano, not Ronaldo? His mother. His children. And Georgina. That was it. 3 people in the entire world who saw past the fame. And he was losing one of them. Had already lost her. This is the real secret. On the 7th day, Ronaldo got on a plane. Didn't tell anyone. Didn't bring security. Didn't make a plan. Just got on a plane to Madrid. Showed up at Georgina's mother's house at 11 p.m. Knocked on the door. Georgina's mother answered. Saw him. And before he could speak, she slapped him. Hard. You have a lot of nerve showing up here. I know. I deserve that. Can I see her? She doesn't want to see you. Please. The older woman studied his face. Saw something there. Desperation. Real, raw desperation. Wait here. She closed the door. Ronaldo stood on the doorstep for 20 minutes. The door finally opened. Georgina stood there. She looked tired. Her eyes were red from crying. What do you want, Cristiano? I want to answer your question. What question? Do I love you or do I just need you? It's been a week. I don't care anymore. Please. Let me answer. Georgina crossed her arms. Fine. Answer. Ronaldo took a deep breath. I don't know. Georgina started to close the door. Wait. Let me finish. I don't know because I don't know what love is. I thought I did. I thought love was providing. Protecting. Being successful so I could give you everything. But you're right. That's not love. That's duty. Or obligation. Or ego. I don't know what to call it. But it's not love, then why are you here? Because this week, without you, I've been empty. And I don't mean I missed having someone to take care of things. I mean I missed you. I missed your voice. I missed your laugh. I missed the way you hum when you cook. I missed how you always fix my collar even when it's already straight. I missed you. Not what you do. You. And I realized something. When I win a match, the first thing I want to do is tell you. When something funny happens, I want to tell you. When I'm scared or tired or confused, I want to talk to you. Not because you'll fix it. But because somehow, when I'm with you, everything feels less heavy. Georgina's eyes filled with tears. That's not enough, Cristiano. I know. But it's a start. And I know I can't promise to be perfect. I can't promise I'll always choose right. But I can promise. I can promise that I'll try. Every single day, I'll try to be the man you deserve. And if I fail, if I slip back into old habits, I give you permission to call me out. To yell at me. To leave again if you have to. But please, please give me a chance to try. Georgina looked at him for a long time. Why should I believe you? Because for the first time in my life, I'm more scared of losing you than I am of losing a match. And Georgina, nothing has ever scared me more than football. Until now, the silence was heavy. Finally, Georgina spoke. I'm not coming back to Turin. Ronaldo's heart sank. I understand. I'm not coming back, unless things change. Really change. I need you to see a therapist. I need you to work on yourself. On understanding why you are the way you are. On learning how to be present. How to be vulnerable. How to be human. I'll do it. And I need you to reduce your schedule. I know football is your life. I'm not asking you to quit. But I need you to make space for us. For me. For the family. Real space. Not just leftover time. I will. And I need you to let me be Georgina. Not just your girlfriend. I want to work. I want to have my own projects. My own identity. Can you handle that? Ronaldo nodded. I want you to be Georgina. I fell in love with Georgina. I want her back. Georgina wiped her tears. This is your last chance, Cristiano. I mean it. If you hurt me like this again, I'm gone. For good. And I'll take the children. And you'll never see me again except through lawyers. I understand. Do you? Do you really understand what you're agreeing to? Yes. I'm agreeing to put you first. To put us first. To stop being just Cristiano Ronaldo and start being a partner. A father. A man. Georgina took a shaky breath. Okay. Okay? Okay. One more chance. Ronaldo stepped forward. Slowly. Like he was afraid she might disappear. He reached out. Touched her face. And whispered, I love you. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I don't know if I even fully understand what it means yet. But I love you. And I'm going to spend every day learning how to love you better. Georgina closed her eyes. That's all I ever wanted to hear. He pulled her into his arms. And they stood there, in her mother's doorway, holding each other. Two broken people trying to fix each other. Two lost souls trying to find their way back to love. This isn't a fairy tale ending. Ronaldo and Georgina went to couples therapy. It was hard. There were setbacks. There were fights. There were moments when Georgina almost left again. But Ronaldo kept his promise. He reduced his commitments. He started coming home earlier. He put his phone away during dinner. He asked Georgina about her day and actually listened to the answer. He went to therapy every week and started unpacking 30 years of trauma and emotional walls. It wasn't perfect. But it was real. And slowly, day by day, they started to rebuild. Today, years later, people ask Ronaldo about his greatest achievement. They expect him to say a Champions League trophy or a Ballon d'Or. But he says, learning how to love. Because Georgina taught him something football never could. She taught him that strength isn't about never breaking. It's about breaking and choosing to rebuild. She taught him that winning isn't everything. Sometimes losing the right battle opens your eyes to what really matters. She taught him that the greatest trophy isn't gold or silver. It's waking up next to someone who loves you for who you are, not what you've won. And every night, before bed, Ronaldo asked Georgina the same question. How did I do today? Sometimes she says perfect. Sometimes she says you can do better. But she never says terrible. Because he's trying. Really trying. And that's all she ever wanted. Not perfection. Just effort. Just presence. Just love. Real, messy, imperfect, human love. Because Georgina Rodriguez didn't fall in love with Cristiano Ronaldo the footballer. She fell in love with Cristiano the man. And it took almost losing her for him to remember that man existed. And to start becoming him again.